sort of, well, it's a bit of a jolly really, because a friend who deals in car parts and attends the big breakers yards tips me off about a Morris 1000 that was being broken up, and this isn't one of the old school breakers yards. This is one of the modern operations now where everything's clean and you need high-vis and safety boots and all that, and the cars don't stay in there for that long before being squashed. So Andrew went, when did he go now? He went, it was only a couple of days ago, and he got some parts off his Morris Minor, and I'm just going to go and have a look, see if there's anything left for me. I don't really want anything much, it's just a couple of odds and ends, and the prices they charge, it's a flat rate, whatever car it is, it doesn't matter the age of car, the model, etc. It's a flat rate for various parts. The prices are all plus VAT. Also as well, another friend has asked me to, well, she's asked me if I have certain parts, because she's had a bit of a do, and I'm just going to have a look for her as well. I thought it would make good content, see what the mortal remains are of this old Model 1000. As you can see, I'm in my own station wagon today because it's quite a nice day, even though it's horrible winter. It's one of them where it's been dry really for the last 2 days, remarkably. The car's not been out since late October, so it was due a run. It doesn't do them any good sitting around. Things start seizing up and going wrong. So I decided, as the roads are reasonably dry, I decided to give it a run. It does feel very much like an economy car. There's a lot of stuff rattling in the back, and when I started up, one of the front panels, the wing, the bonnet or something, has started drumming and resonating terribly. So I want to get to the bottom of that and silence it. But yes, economy does have its virtues, because this car will do double the mileage to a gallon of the Humber, for instance, and the old Range Rover I'm using for a runabout now, that rarely cracks 20. So if it's just me travelling, then it makes perfect sense to go in a little car. This is Sutton Bridge. Not a place I've been to. It's not a road I've driven along. Some of you can probably guess where I'm headed for, but Long Sutton, for some reason I thought that was in Lincolnshire or East Anglia. But maybe that's Sutton Bridge, where I had some dealings with the standard Vanguard. I don't know. Yeah, just another typical day in Great Britain. Great Britain. It's a synonym for something being shit, isn't it now? Great British housing traffic. Great British anything, it's just a synonym for something being shit. And yes, I was very nearly Great Britain today by some demented old fool of a driver. It was on one of those big roundabouts where there are 3 lanes, but you've got the dotted lines, and she just came right across the dotted line, right across into the lane I was in. Nearly went into the side of me. Heading towards Leeds, so why not stay in that bloody lane? So yeah, it was nearly Great Britain today, and I fully expect more of Great Britain to be in evidence before I get home. Look at that for a shed. Now a place like that would just do me. Worth stopping for, I think. Evidently had something to do with motor vehicles, that, judging by the size of the doors. Nice corrugated roof on it there. Yeah, what a pity. Here we are, next to a couple of its later relatives, younger relatives. Andrew took the front wings. He bought them and a couple of other things because they're actually pretty good. They must have been replacement wings, how good they were. Now, as I suspected, there's not a great deal of usable stuff for me. I mean, I'm after a good one of these, which are hard to find. Engines in there, but it won't be any good. Most of it's no good, to be honest. He did say that to me, but I'll pick over it, and even if it's just a few little tiny bits and pieces, it's worth having a look, I think. I think he said they were trying to sell it whole, so maybe that was, well, I don't know, no idea. 1964, I believe. Someone's had the master cylinder look, or that's gone. There's been a lot of welding done to it, a lot of welding. Looks like someone's project that they never got to finish. It's had a fair old bit of work. They just go though, the moggies, they do like to rot. Shame, but this one's reached the end of its life, hasn't it? Be picked clean and then go off to the great garage in the sky. It's one of the old style choke cables there. Do I need one? No, not really. Still got the old toughened Zebra Zone sticker on there. Door bottoms are going, as they all do. Yeah, it's gone the way of all of them, as this. But yeah, someone has made a valiant attempt at quite neat welding that as well, actually. Someone's been trying. It's bootleg like they always go. Got the later self-catching prop it is going, the boot lid. They all go there. Right. I'm going to have a pick over it and have a wander round as well. I've more or less given up on this thing. It might sound daft, but the only really thing I'm after is these little grill surround fastenings there. They're a specific and unique type to the earlier cars, and the later ones were plastic. They also aren't reproduced in that exact form. But as is usual, I can't win getting that out. If I might give the other set screw a go, but I wasn't getting anywhere with it. There's always one, isn't there? Always one that stops everything. Such is life. I was just looking at the engine. It is an 1100. Or is it? Yes, it is an 1100C, which accords correctly with the year. Doesn't look too bad up there actually at the rocker gear. Let's see if there's any oil in it. No, dry as a bone. It'll be knackered, the engine. So yeah, I may give up because I think they charge you just for grinding a few bloody rusty fastenings off. I'm not that desperate for them, but I'll ask anyway. So whilst we're around here, a bit of my classic tyre time. The usual size for these, of course, 520/14, and it's an auto tubeless, made in Great Britain. What was I just saying? That was when it was justifiably called Great Britain. But yeah, that's pretty shabby is that one. I'm trying to see if it's a remold. I don't think it is. It doesn't say on it that it's a remold anyhow. Now we've moved forward a bit. Oh, crikey. This is a real classic tyre, gold standard. A Warrior. A Warrior tyre, radial tubeless, made in China. This is probably only 5 years old. And oh, here we go. It wouldn't be complete without a remold, would it? Look at the tread pattern on that. Classic tyres. Another tubeless. It's an Avon, is it? Yeah. It's an Avon, so that'll be British made and Remold Association guaranteed as well. Then there's another Warrior on the rear. And remember, cross plies and radials don't mix. Certainly not on the same axle. It's got the old crimped silencer exhaust there. I've got one of them on mine, new old stock Unipart one. That's where they go though. The exhausts don't last forever, do they? Not my old steel ones. So yeah, I think that's... I'm going to call it a draw with this now. I'll get some pictures for my friend, and I'll have a look round, see if there's anything else. I don't think there will be, because Andrew went to have a look and he didn't see anything when he was here a few days ago. And then I'll head back home. Well, the only thing I did come away with was this radiator and a few bits and pieces. These are actually very hard to find and important because they are the fastenings for the radiator muff. I've got some to go with this one here, but I found them in the car, and they're a unique fixing. You see, there's quite a lot to them. These chrome plated nailed knobs there. The idea is you fix the muff in position with these behind the grill, and then you can just remove the nailed knobs, and that removes the muff, sorry. So they're very, very hard to find and command quite a premium on eBay when they do come up for sale. And the other useful item, also quite rare, often missing on these cars, is the long bolt to secure the spare wheel. This one didn't have one, I had to buy that. So that's invaluable and essential part. But the radiator, I've just noticed that it's had a repair, hasn't it? I was weighing this up. I didn't intend to come away with it, as it had to come off for me to get to the grill surround, which I had to bloody leave behind because of that stubborn screw. Annoyingly, but it's not the end of the world. I just put this to one side. I didn't think anything of it. It was only after I'd finished and I'd given up, I started to study it, and it's actually in good order. The fins are very good. I did that test where you run your finger down them, because any corroded rotten fins would disintegrate, and it's usually near the bottom they go, and on the front as well, because that bears the brunt of everything flung at the vehicle. But that's really good. And some sort of petri dish activity going on there, probably antifreeze. But the tubes, you see, they're not particularly badly choked. There's a bit of sediment, isn't there? You get that on every cooling system over time. But this looks like it'll clean up pretty well to me. I'll fill it up, see if it holds water, of course. I'm not going to do anything with it for ages. I don't actually need a spare, but the price was good for me, and it was a hell of a lot cheaper than a recover, you see. That's definitely an old repair. That's a patch been soldered over a leak. Funny place to have a leak on one of these, is that. But it has been repaired in the past, because there's the plaque, you see, if you can see that. I'm gonna get a wire brush on that, because I want to read what it says. But yeah, all in all, not bad at all. I cleaned that repair plaque up, and I could more or less make it out. But then I remembered something that we learnt at school when we were very young. One of the few useful things actually we learnt at school. And that was to take a rubbing of it. If you can see that. It's not a particularly good rubbing, I know, but it allows me to read it now at my leisure and convenience. And it says Supreme Repair, Supreme Radiator Services. 814A to 816A, Oxford Road, Reading, Berkshire. So there you go, that's where it received its repair all those years ago. And I was thinking today, this is a day or two later, I was thinking that car is a salutary tale of corrosion, how badly they affect steel and various other metals, until you're ended up with literally scrap, literal scrap. I mean, you saw how rotten that one was, and someone had made a valiant attempt to repair it, but for reasons unknown, it was never finished. So they had to give up, or suffered some misfortune, who knows. But yes, a salutary tale. Neglect the cars at your peril. That's why now mine are off the road for the duration. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of indoor storage for all of them, so some of them have to remain outside, and it's condensation as well as the enemy that creeps into the box sections, the panels where because quite often, well, most panels actually, the boot lid, it's made of 2 or 3 several pressings sometimes, and in between those pressings, in between the structure and the panel itself, that gap is unpainted a lot of the time, and once condensation sets in, rust, corrosion can follow, so neglect them at your peril. You've got to spray wax inside them. Wax, thin oil to creep into the seams, anything, and avoid winter use with damp and road salt. So there you go. The next video is probably going to be some more standard Vanguard content. There's something important in the offing, very important. I'm not giving any more away, you'll just have to wait and see. But I think you'll like it. In fact, I know you'll like it. Something I'm looking forward to, which should be quite an epic. Until then, yes, the evenings are dark, it's miserable, not conducive to working on cars outdoors. So yes, just keep tinkering on.